Hello there. You're welcome to Real Talk with iDeal. And friends, Real Talk serves a platform where people can talk freely and honestly about topics that have to do with life, love, and faith. Our topics are hot, relevant, unconventional, but most importantly, helpful, right? I am the host, iDeal, and I'm a Christian, and I will navigate these conversations with you along with some of my friends. And where we need to put some context, the context will be the gospel. So we're excited that you are here watching this video, and we want you to sign on the link so we can give you more information how you can join the live show and make your contributions and even share topics with us and give us your feedback. We will be excited for you to join us and just be honest and share, and so that we can learn from you as well. So thank you. Enjoy this video. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss One. Mr. Two.
All right. Okay. So I think I kind of agree with the first two speakers, but to add a flip to that, I think that when I over thought about it, and it kind of made me scared at a certain time. And then secondly, I feel like I wanted to achieve certain milestones, right? So I think I set my stake higher than I ought to have. So for example, I made my projections, with those milestones in mind, and based on that, I feel like, okay, so I don't have these milestones set, and then it's not time for me, but over the time, like Mr. One said, by reflection, I've come to see that there's no perfect time, as it were. You just have to work towards a goal and achieve it. So I'll say these two things. One, overthinking and lack of planning, and then two, setting, quote unquote, too many goals, as milestones before settling down.
Okay, awesome. Miss Two. Miss Two, you're okay. Let me unmute you. I think you're still muted. Maybe.
Hi. So I think one of the major reasons why this is my idea of what the major reason is simple time and chance. Sometimes you meet someone that's really cool, really nice and everything, and it's just the wrong time. Maybe the person just came out of a relationship, you guys hit it off, but you know that at the end of the day, you may end up just being a rebound. Or, you just meet someone and you click, but then realize that the person was already chasing one girl, and it's just not the right time or something. It's just a million and one reasons, but overall, I've looked at it and just said to myself, time and chance, it's not really one thing or the other thing. It's just a combination of things, in my take.
Okay, awesome. I hope our spectators, in your heart, you're asking yourself this question. If you're single, I know we have married people here. Yeah. Okay, quickly, Mr. 3. Why are you single?
Well, like those two said, is really life. My belief is that in a relationship,
Mr. 3, are you trying to show us your muscles? You're meant to be anonymous, please.
it takes two to tango. So, I mean, you could do everything within your own power, and it also depends on if the other party is responsive to those things. So it's a number of factors. It's life. So
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, the last person for this icebreaker, Miss 3. Miss 3, you're. Let me unmute you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I think you have to. If I unmute you, you have to accept that you want to be unmuted. I don't know how you're going to navigate that now. Let's just give. Okay, great.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. So there are many reasons why people can be single, or me, rather. I'm still single. So, like, my top 2 reasons are just basically because, like what Mr. 1 said and Miss 2 said, like, we need to find our balance. I need to find what's good for me. I find out that most of the times when I'm into a relationship, I see myself giving more than I'm receiving. And like what Mr. 3 said, it takes 2 to tango. So if I'm not receiving that, it's not a relationship for me. I don't want to go into a relationship where I see myself not spending the rest of my life with that person. So there's no point starting what I know is not going to end well. So yeah.
Thank you. Like I said, I really want us to just be free, honest, real, your experience. And I hope everybody can learn from themselves, because we all are on this journey of life, and we want to make the best of it. So, but I'm not a man of love. I'm a war. I am iDeal Boski. So today is so now we're going to go into the questions, right? I'm ready for you guys. So Miss 1, you are going to shoot. We have 40 questions, and once you pick the question, right, I would like you to tell me the number so that I can share with the guys here.
Okay, I don't have to read the question. I'll just call the number out, and then
you should read it. You should read it.
Okay. Sorry, before you go on, I can't see anything. I didn't see your question. So isn't it better we just call the number so you can read it out for us?
Well, I just felt like you would choose. I wanted to choose. Maybe I felt like there would be specific questions you would want to ask.
That's challenge.
Yeah.
But you guys prefer the other way. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, it's fine. If you guys prefer the other way.
Yeah, so can we just choose numbers and then you read the question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. If you guys prefer that way.
Okay.
I mean,
if we do that, then does it mean that everybody has to answer, or just if I pick a number, just the guy has to answer the number I pick?
What's going to happen is that when Miss 1, the idea was supposed to be that Miss 1, you pick a question, and the guys, the guys answer. The 3 guys give their own answer to that question.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But all the questions
can you direct your questions to anybody?
No, you cannot.
Why not?
Are we allowed to counter the answers from the guys?
You're not allowed to counter. You're just allowed to probe more. Like somebody gives a vague answer and you want to know more.
Okay.
But I mean, let's be free with the conversations. They are not. I don't want no rules. No, they are not. I don't want us to box ourselves. Right, but at the same time, I just want us to have a guided conversation, and So, Miss One, over to you.
Okay, so I don't know obviously, but I pick number 7. I don't know what question that is. Whatever number 7 is.
Number 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so number 7 is spectators. Can you guys still see my screen? Okay. Number 7 is, what would make you go out on a date with someone? By the way, there are 40 questions. What would make you go out on a date? We're not going to take all the questions, but
okay.
Yeah. What would make you go out on a date with someone? So, Mr. One.
Yeah. A lot of pressure, Mr. One is always taking the first question.
Yeah, we'll alternate it.
Fine. What will make me go out on a date with someone? I think the first thing is I have to be attracted to that person. So, and I'm saying this in the most general form of view, right? I said first thing is physical attraction, because you can't know about the person's spirituality or any other thing about the person, how a person thinks, that kind of stuff, except you actually go on a date with that person. So I feel like the first thing will be some form of attraction, and the way the person carries themselves, like a form of charisma. So from that, maybe you could find out if this person has the same mindset with you, then you go on a date. So I think the first thing is attraction, and the charisma before you could, which is you going on. First of all, let me first ask, when you say going on a date, we have to actually explain that more. Do you mean going on a date whereby you don't know the person, or you know the person and you want to go into a romantic relationship with the person? So that's more what I asked, number 1. What do you mean by that question? Lady number 1.
I do. That's your question to answer. Is it me? He asked.
Yeah.
He found it was his question.
I actually think it's a general
Or do I
question.
twist the question?
I actually think it's just go on a date, whoever, it doesn't have to be romantic or whatever. You can go on a date with someone and end up being friends with the person without dating the person. So it doesn't matter.
Based on that, if it's just...
Is that what you...
You guys should answer the question the way you want to answer. I think Uju, well done there. Good job. Mr. 2.
All right. So first, I want to say I think that these questions are kind of related to relationships. So between a guy and a girl. So we started by why are you single? So I think that all the other questions following are in that line. So I don't think it's just general dating to become friend. I tend to be corrected. So to answer the question, I'll say interest, right? So if I meet a person, we have a chit chat, a 5 minutes conversation or something. Obviously, for me to speak to you, I must have been attracted to you, except if it's a business conversation. But if it's like a guy and a girl, then I've been attracted and then I have to have interest in you, right? So my interest is what drives me to want to know more. And then I can now agree to a date where we can discuss more. So attraction is basic. Then the next thing for me is interest. Did I find you interesting when I met you? Or I think that you might be interesting, right? Then if that's the case, then I'll go on a date. So interest.
Okay, thank you, Mr. 2. Mr. 3. Sorry, hold on, Mr. 3. Your mic is, I'll mute you. I don't think you guys should be muting your mics, participants.
Yeah, no problem. So Mr. 1 and 2 said it all. For me, it would be attraction and just if I have the opportunity to strike a good conversation before dates, then that would be perfect.
Okay, can I ask a question? 1, 2, and 3, since they have the same answer.
On the same question, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
So are the three of you saying that a blind date is absolutely a no-no? Because with a blind date, like, you talk to the person, there's no anything, so you're absolutely saying no to a blind date.
Can I answer?
Fire now.
No.
What a blind date?
For me,
No, absolute no.
No blind dates, okay.
No blind date.
So wait, sorry, you're
For
saying to
me-
me now that if you're chatting with someone that you've never seen in person, maybe it's just pictures
I will not
and stuff,
chat
and you
with
people.
someone.
Sorry.
As in, like, so, like, if someone were to maybe say they want to link me up with someone, they'll send me like a picture or something. If they
Yeah.
don't, yeah. So, I mean, like that's enough in terms of physical attraction.
that's not blind date now. By blind date, you mean we've never met, right?
Yeah.
Can I say something? I feel
Well, personally, at this stage of my life, I'm not going on a blind date to anybody. It has to be interest. There's no time to test the waters anymore. Personally, right? It has to be interest.
You're saying that your love is not blind. I get that.
No time for blind dates anymore.
I think generally the man you're speaking to, right? Especially it depends on the kind of man you're looking for. If you're looking for a man who has some goals and doing fairly well in life, whereby he goes to work, tries to get his life in order, and just a couple of things. Apart from the fact that men naturally are visual. As a person, for a blind date, it would take me, because think about if I'm speaking for myself here. You have your life is busy, and someone randomly brings up this topic whereby you should meet someone who you haven't seen. So you got to find that time, that person you haven't seen before, to invest that time, which is your life. Someone you don't even know, and knowing that men are visual, and knowing that men are
Okay. Great. Like I said, please let's appreciate everybody. Saying their truth. Some people don't want to be blind. Some people don't mind the one-eyed man or the one-eyed woman, but all join. So let's just appreciate everybody's whatever they think is their experience or what is true to them. Okay, so over to Mr. One.
Number 34. And I'm hoping the quality of questions didn't water down as it went down. Sorry.
So did you say 34?
Yeah.
Okay, so when it comes to love, is intensity or permanence more important to you? Would you embark on a long and wonderful love that you knew would end in painful betrayal? So basically, I think this question is saying, like, is intensity more important to you than length of a relationship?
That's a strong one.
I don't understand. Sorry. This question is deep.
That's a strong one.
If you were to pitch the intensity of like a relationship, I mean, it was loving, it was wonderful, right?
Yeah.
But it was short, or another one that was long and it was forever, but it was boring.
Boring. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so Miss
question is hard though. It's like jump question.
So ladies, jump on it.
Can Miss 2 go first, please?
No, Miss 1, please go first.
Okay, so in all honesty, I I think that my brain wants to pick permanence. I think that my brain wants to pick permanence because I feel like it's right to just want stability, right? But I know myself enough to know that it has to be intense, long. That's to be intense, long loving. Like, just make life easy for me and be intense now, please. Like, I want long, but I don't want long boring. Like, why do I have to choose? I don't want to choose. No, I don't want to choose. I'm not going to. But one thing that I've started telling myself in recent times, because I tried to do, it would be unfair to call it long boring, but it was long. It was just dragging distance, right? And it just got to a point where I was just like, what if tomorrow is not? What if tomorrow never comes? Because I was supposed to, the way the conversation went with my ex, right? It was like, hold on, let's plan for the future. Hold on, it's to get better in the future. And this future was not coming. I wasn't seeing the future, and I was just there. And it was really stable, very stable relationship, very stable, fun. But it was just like all the fun I wanted to have, all the loving, all the loving that comes with not being far away physically. I had to hold on for it, and I just woke up one day and I told everybody, because people, when I broke up, people felt like, are you mad? Like, this is such a stable relationship, like you guys have a plan, it's such a stable thing, blah blah blah. And I just woke up and said, guys, I just lost my sister, and I'm sure if I was gonna die, I would have died waiting for love. So I'd rather have, I don't know about tomorrow, I don't know if tomorrow is promised, but today I want intense loving, so I'll pick the first one.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
I like that. That's you being real. Miss Two.
Can you hear me?
No wrong answers.
Yeah.
Can you? Okay.
Mhm.
First of all, life is short. I beg, guys. Life is really short. Make it intense, make it hot, make it fun, make it exciting. And then if you want to go, make sure you go early so that I can have opportunity to have another relationship. My youth, so that I'm still young and fresh and looking, and no kids, so that we can be brand new slates, start a proper relationship that's now going to be long. I don't think that life is supposed to be boring. I don't think that you should manage anything. So if you're going to do it at all, just make sure it's fun, intense, and good.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll talk about longevity with the next person.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Miss Three.
Miss 3, that's me. Okay, first of all, can I say Miss 1 and Miss 2? I love you guys so much.
I love
For your answers. That is like the best answer ever. Like what Mr. 3 said, like at this point in our life and this age and the time and era that we are, there's no time to be living boring life. Like before the relationship even starts, I already see the boringness and I'm out, period. So if it has to be intense, it has to be intense from the get-go, from beginning to the end. And I don't see any why a relationship will break, except it's God's will. If it's that intense, if it's enjoyable, you guys are having so much fun, you're having lasting memories, like something you can always sit down when you're old and you laugh about it. Not some boring relationship where I just don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. So if it's not intense, we're not doing business.
Wow. Awesome. I think all the ladies agree on intensity over longevity. That is interesting.
Longevity.
Yeah, we are learning a lot in this real talk, and everybody's being real. I'm excited. So, Miss Two, over to you. Miss Two.
I don't forgot that was me. I'll go with number 19.
Number 19. Would you date someone that's of a different faith? And why? Would you date someone of a different faith? So this question, I'm going to start from Mr. 3. Would you date someone of a different faith and why?
My answer is yes. It for me, as long as the person I'm dating or I'm talking to, we have a certain level of understanding. I believe religion is a human construct. We should all believe in God, and different people have their own ways of serving. Abraham is different from Muhammad and Jesus Christ and all that. So as long as we have an understanding, we believe in God, we should be fine.
Okay.
What number was that? Number who?
3.
Don't.
Number 3. No, I'm just trying to know the number, like number 3.
Okay.
Number
Yeah,
3.
just trying to know your alphabets and numericals. I get it.
You understand?
If you have a question, you can ask, please.
No. I just needed to know. That's all.
Mr. 2, please jump on this.
All right. So my answer is straight. All right. My answer is yes, I would. Basically because my focus is the individual and not necessarily what the person, what faith the person is, you know. But when we get to a point where certain values wouldn't align, that's where I have an issue. So would I date? Yes. Would I go into marriage? My answer would be no, right? Because of my values, right? So I believe that two people of different faiths will have a fight of value systems at some point. But if it's for the fun of dating anybody, you know, but it would be hard for me to marry somebody of a different faith because of our value systems. At some point, those two will have issues. They won't align.
Wow, interesting. Like I said, no wrong answers. Everybody. Do you guys want to say something about that, or Mr. One?
I'm waiting for Mr. One.
We're waiting for Mr. One.
Mr. One.
Mr. One.
Right. So, well, first of all, I also have to say that you're kind of unfair for allowing the ladies to say something about that question when you didn't allow us to say something about the other question. But I'll go on.
No, I didn't stop anybody from probing any question. I don't think so.
Don't be angry now, Mr. One.
So, regarding that question, I have to say, like, first of all, we established the ground that I know, at least for me, I don't really have time to play. Because a couple of factors. You have everything that you're trying to pursue, and this one, the least thing you want to be wasting your time on now is investing your time with someone that you know you're not going to be with. So, following up to that, I'll say when you're with someone, you have to be heading in the same direction. So, and what is one of the foundations that points where people are going to? If you're talking about like sexuality, if you're talking about, I'm not saying this because for those who know, it also knows me personally, he knows that, yeah. I'm just saying this because I've realized that for you to try and go somewhere, either if the person is atheist, I think both of you should be atheists. If the person is Christian, I feel like both of you should be Christian. If the person is Muslim, I feel like both of you should be. Reason being that there's a lot of conflict you will avoid in the future if you guys are going the same direction. There's a lot of conflict to avoid, and when you guys are, when people are going the same direction, they can definitely achieve more. But whereby you are arguing about basic, simple things, basic values, that's just a recipe for disaster. So that's my answer for that.
I like that. No wrong answers. Know your truths. And at the same time, I'm hoping that we can really learn from these conversations, knowing what people think. I think it's very important that people grow in knowledge of themselves and grow in knowledge of of these basics before they jump into dating or anything. So, are we moving on? We're moving on, Abi. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on. Okay, great. So,
hey there, thank you for making it to this point of the video. You have watched it. I hope it was good. I hope you enjoyed yourself. And let's get your feedback. Was it real? Was it too ideal? Whatever. We would like to hear from you, and get with your feedback, get your comments. If you haven't filled the link or subscribed to this channel, please do that. And when you fill the link, we'll give you information how you can jump on the live show, make your contributions. We want to learn from you. We want to hear from you. Thank you for being here. Keep coming back. We will have some exciting topics for you. Trust me. Have a wonderful time. See you again.